Good evening and welcome to our Rslpf News at 5 for Wednesday, December 3rd, 2025. I'm WSPC Zain Romulus. We commence with news that a resident of Cicero Castries has been charged after being intercepted while attempting to board a ferry to Martinique with ammunition over the weekend. Inspector Siobhan Matthew of the Gangs, Firearms and Narcotics Unit provides further details.
At 7:15 a.m. on Saturday, 29th November 2025, officers at the ferry terminal conducted a search on the suspect, Isian Jamal Smith, a St. Lucia national residing in Martinique, as he was about to board an express diesel vessel destined for Martinique. During the search, officers discovered 5 rounds of 5.56 ammunition which were concealed inside his suitcase. The Gangs, Narcotics and Firearms Unit responded to the scene and the suspect was apprehended for the following offenses: attempting to export ammunition, contrary to Section 77.1 of the Criminal Code of St. Lucia and Section 21.1 of the Firearms Act of St. Lucia, and possession of ammunition, contrary to Section 22.3 of the Firearms Act of St. Lucia.
Smith appeared before a magistrate on Tuesday, December 2nd, 2025. He has been remanded into custody until February 6, 2026. Meanwhile, a routine search by customs officials at the Port Castries Ferry Terminal on Friday, November 28, 2025, uncovered a quantity of cannabis resin on a French national arriving from Martinique. Inspector Siobhan Matthew once again has the details.
On Friday, 28th November 2025, officers attached to the Gangs, Narcotics and Firearms Unit responded to a report from the Customs and Excise Department at the ferry terminal Port Castries. The report stemmed from a routine search conducted by customs officials on Rslpf, a French national of Martinique, who had arrived in St. Lucia aboard the vessel L'Express Diesel from Martinique. During the search, customs officials discovered a quantity of cannabis resin weighing about 44 grams, which the individual had attempted to import into St. Lucia. The controlled substance was seized by customs after it was packaged, sealed, and secured in accordance with established procedures. Based on the weight of the controlled substance, which exceeded the legal limit of 30 grams, a decision was taken to charge the suspect under Section 32 of the Customs Act for illegal importation of prohibited goods. He was fined in the sum of $1,500, which was paid forthwith, after which he was released from police custody.
And the Gangs, Narcotics and Firearms Unit in the South recovered a firearm and ammunition during a targeted operation at P.I. Choiseul on Friday, November 28, 2025.
During the systematic search of an open area within the operational zone, officers recovered the following items: 1 black Brico pistol and 1 magazine containing 6 rounds of .32 ammunition and 32 rounds of additional .32 ammunition. No individuals were located or arrested in connection with the recovery at the time of the operation. The firearm and magazines were photographed and properly packaged and sealed and labeled in accordance with evidential procedures.
To date, the Royal St. Lucia Police Force has recovered 114 firearms and 9,004 rounds of ammunition. One man is dead following a stabbing incident in Rivière-Mita on Tuesday evening. Around 7:48 p.m. on December 2nd, 2025, Rslpf Police responded to a report of a stabbing in the community. Upon arrival, officers were directed by firefighters to a wooden structure where they discovered an unresponsive male lying on the steps with an apparent chest wound. The victim, later identified as 54-year-old Linus George Delis of Rivière-Mita Moshi, was transported to the Owen King EU Hospital, where he was pronounced dead by a medical practitioner. One individual is currently in custody assisting with the investigation. A post-mortem examination has been scheduled for Thursday, December 4th, 2025. Further updates will be provided as the investigations continue. And the Royal St. Lucia Police is mourning the loss of 2 members of its policing family. The RSLPF announces the passing of retired Senior Constable 119 Peter Simeon Jr., affectionately known as Matthias. He served the force for 36 years. A former member of the Royal St. Lucia Police Band, his music brought hope and comfort to many, and his service to the community was marked by integrity and a genuine willingness to help others. He is also remembered for his strong sense of responsibility and unwavering dedication to public safety. Simeon's love for music and commitment to service have left a lasting impact on all who knew him. The force is also grieving the loss of Corporal Velma St. Catherine, who passed away on November 30th, 2025. Corporal St. Catherine, who joined the Royal St. Lucia Police Force on December 13, 1999, quickly proved herself a dedicated officer. After completing her training, she served at the Mico Police Station, where her strong interest in criminal investigations led to her reassignment to the Criminal Investigations Department at the Rslpf Police Station. She made history as the youngest female corporal in the 7th Division during that era and earned the distinction of being the first female authorized police driver within the division. Significant milestones that reflected her reliability, determination, and commitment to her community. Known for her warm, loving, and approachable nature, Corporal St. Catherine was also described as a no-nonsense professional who exemplified what it meant to be both kind and tough when it mattered most. Her colleagues, friends, and family will remember her as a passionate officer with an unwavering sense of duty and as someone whose presence brought light to any room. And now for a few safety tips from your police force.
As we move into December, remember that criminals do not take holidays, they adapt. They study routines, distractions, and moments when people let their guards down. Festive pressure creates predictable habits. Same paydays, same shopping hours, same party nights. Criminals thrive on predictability. Change your routine, even slightly. Celebration lowers awareness. Alcohol, music, and crowds reduce judgment. Many crimes happen not because people are careless, but because they're relaxed. Stay relaxed, not unaware. Familiar faces don't always mean safety. During the season, more gatherings happen with friends of friends. Trust should be earned, not assumed. Crime spikes before the holidays, not only during robberies and theft, often increase in early December as offenders rush to make quick money. This is the most critical period to stay alert.
And that's Rslpf News at 5 for Wednesday, December 3rd, 2025. For more updates, subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also follow the Royal St. Lucia Police Force on Facebook, Instagram, and X. Until next time, stay safe, St. Lucia.